Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're gonna be reacting to what? The PS5 technical presentation. You know, basically the PS5 Pro reveal. They'll tell us what's new in it. You know, basically what are the upgrades in the GPU department and maybe a bit in the CPU department. Don't expect a generational or even a mid-generation leap in the CPU department because if they upgrade the CPU, then PS5 does become a lower end. Basically it holds back the PS5 Pro because at the moment most of the games have the bottleneck on the CPUs generally. So if they upgrade the CPU, they're basically going the PS6 route, and I don't think they're gonna make this a PS6 release. So yeah, 1 minute. I expect to have at least 1.5 times, like basically 50% more power in games. Basically, like if the game base nowadays upscales to 4K, like for example, let's take Black Myth Wukong. It's upscaling to 4K at 30 frames per second. What PS5 Pro will be able to do is run it at native 4K, and maybe it's a very slight chance that it might be able to run it at 60 frames per second, but it's still very low because again, the CPU is the main bottleneck for this generation and the previous generation. The GPU is not the main bottleneck, because if the GPU was the bottleneck, they could basically just developers could basically reduce the resolution, and boom, you have 60 frames per second on lower graphical settings, or even the lower, what do you call it, resolution setting. So yeah, well, 15 seconds remaining. Wait, is there no audio? No, it's full. It's full. I guess it's just no audio from the stream. Let's see. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I would like to see some games because Sony has been rather quiet.
Hi, I'm Mark Cerny. I'm excited to be here to talk about the newest addition to our console lineup, PlayStation 5 Pro, and how it advances gaming technology. But first, I want to take just a minute to look at what we put in the original PlayStation 5.
Okay, this is a PS5 disc and digital edition. These are the slim variants.
When PS5 debuted in 2020, it brought a lot to the table.
Let me turn on the captions. Oh, they are on the
brains of PlayStation 5 and enable high-speed complex gameplay.
This generation hasn't been that much of a leap because games already look so good in previous generations.
As high as 120 frames a second.
He's talking about games running on 120 frames per second.
Which can render anything from
this is the base PS5
to fantastic worlds with vast panoramas.
Ghost of Tsushima. This is one of my favorites.
Ray tracing allows for dramatic
from the previous generation of PS4.
Reflections off of water or glass.
Like for example, this game struggles a lot
from real-time global
on consoles and PC too. By the way, this game is just not optimized.
Load data at breathtaking speed.
Ratchet and Clank. This is also a brilliant game. Spider-Man 2 was disappointing, I'm not gonna lie to you. I pre-ordered the Ultimate Edition, finished it once, 100% completed it, never played it again.
Tempest 3D audio tech brings an
the 3D audio tech is a lot more, like it's decent enough, but I'm not gonna say it's like revolutionary because it has been there. Like for example, I have both Xbox Series X and PS5. So even the Xbox Series X has that 3D audio. Same with PS5, it's just gimmicky features and names.
It's wonderful to see such variety and richness of game experiences. Creators have made amazing use of the hardware capabilities, but when I talk to them, I do hear about their desire for more graphics performance. The dreams of the developers are bigger than can be supported at 60 frames per second, and that leads to an aspect of modern gaming that we're all familiar with. Graphics modes. It can be a difficult choice for players. Fidelity modes emphasize the visuals, typically through
this is The Last of Us 2. Again,
these modes might also have
is the majority gonna be just this in explaining to us what the
games only run at 30 frames per second.
I thought which literally started.
The controls less responsive. Performance modes emphasize frame rate and interactivity.
No, I thought we literally started with the PS5 Pro, but he's just basically giving us an overview on the different modes of game.
Mainly by reducing the graphical detail.
Again, this is
frame rates can
I think what he's gonna do is show us PS5 Pro, then show us
When
the
asked to
difference
decide
with
on
PS5
the
in
mode,
this video,
players are choosing performance
or
about
I
3/4
expect
of the
another
time.
state of play or something.
Removing that decision, or at least narrowing that divide, is one of the key targets for PlayStation 5 Pro.
Okay,
We
so
want
he's
to give
basically saying
players
with the
the
PS5
graphics
Pro,
that
they
the game
want to
creators
make sure
aspire
that
to,
you won't have to
at the
go
high
through
frame
fidelity
rates
and
that players
performance.
typically prefer. To do that, PS5
Okay.
Pro substantially improves over PlayStation 5 in 3 ways. Here's what we call
Larger
the big
GPU,
3.
advanced ray tracing,
First,
AI
we made the
driven.
GPU much
Yeah,
larger
basically
and
what I said.
increased the
No,
speed
not
of
a lot
the
of
memory it
improvement, if
uses.
any, in
The
the CPU
result
side.
is rendering that's up to 45% faster.
45%. I literally said
We
40,
made major
45%, but
upgrades
yeah,
to the ray
okay.
tracing. Taking
Ray
a
tracing. Ray tracing is overrated, by the way. I'm not gonna lie to you. Even before ray tracing existed, SSRs were brilliant.
And finally, we added custom hardware for machine learning and an AI library called
I'd like to see how
Spectral
this
Super Resolution,
PSSR
or PSSR
scales
for short.
in front of, you know,
PSSR
PSLR,
analyzes the
FSR,
game
or
images pixel by
Microsoft's own
pixel
Windows
and can
XDs.
add an extraordinary amount of detail, which
Let's
boosts
see.
the effective resolution of the games. Game creators are adding PS5 Pro support to new and existing titles, and with the big 3 involved, the results can be pretty amazing. With graphics showing something like fidelity levels of
Anything
detail, but it doubled.
now we're gonna see the comparison.
Here's
The Last of Us 2,
Part 2 running on PS5.
I don't know, it's all...
It has huge amounts of detail and targets a super
Okay,
smooth 60
this is a
frames per
linear
second.
game, so I would have liked it more of an open world game.
Compare this to the fidelity mode on PS5,
Okay,
which is only running
first of
at
all,
30 frames per second and is therefore much choppier.
yeah, it's double the frame rates, and PS5 is a bit grainy, while the
almost
PS5 Pro
fidelity-like
was not.
graphics at performance frame rates has been achieved for a broad
this
set of
is-
titles, including
yeah.
Marvel's Spider-Man 2
Basically better frame rates at the same graphical
and
or
Ratchet and
slightly
Clank
better
Rift
graphical
Apart.
settings.
We can see that PS5 Pro is close
Yeah.
to doubling the power of PlayStation 5.
Okay,
Another way to compare the two consoles is to look at PS5 Pro versus Performance mode on PS5, both of which target 60 frames per second.
basically what I said.
What we see here is a difference in detail. PS5
You
Pro
cut
is
out,
much sharper.
you basically
and
just
crisper than
merged the
PS5.
modes.
For this, my favorite
There
is
are
the
rumors
parade
going
scene
around that
from Ratchet and
Microsoft
Clank.
will release a next
Distant
generation
details
of
are
console
much
next
clearer.
year.
And here we can see Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is noticeably higher resolution
Yeah.
throughout the scene, including the trees and procedural cars.
Okay,
So overall, some remarkable improvements.
the problem
to the
is
game.
you don't have a
On
lot of
PS5
games.
Pro, we can see increased
Sony's
sharpness to the
first-party
graphics or
studio
smoother
output
and
has
more
reduced
responsive
this year.
gameplay.
A lot.
This is the big 3 showing their value. As you've been seeing, machine learning via the
Yeah.
PSSR library is being used quite broadly to add pixel detail and
It's
boost frame
okay.
rate. But there are as many approaches as there are game engines. The increase in raw GPU power is being especially effective for Horizon Forbidden West. Apart from the detail
Okay,
boost, that
this is
extra
what
graphics
the
power
fidelity
is allowing
boost,
for
yeah.
improvements to lighting and visual effects,
Okay, this is not. I played this game, finished it. It's
as
a
well as to
decent
the
game.
hair and the
I'm not gonna lie to you. It just doesn't connect with you.
Dwarf's orders.
Good enough for me.
Okay.
Ray tracing is finding broad use.
Well, let's see what are the improvements in
Particularly
ray
when the games
tracing.
are focused on higher frame rates, the faster hardware in PS5 Pro can make a real difference. Allowing Gran Turismo 7 to add ray-traced reflections between the cars in gameplay,
Okay,
while
sure.
continuing to support their targeted 60 frames per second. That
Oh,
boost in ray tracing is also
so
delivering
either you
big
get
wins
ray-
for
okay,
Hogwarts
sure.
Legacy. Allowing not only for better reflections and a greater variety of
Hey,
reflective
this is
surfaces,
Hogwarts
but also
Legacy.
for further
This is
realism in the
this is
casting
a
of
very good game.
shadows. I hope you've enjoyed this run-through of the
Okay, so I
technology behind
this should
PlayStation
wait
5
like
Pro.
it's been 8 minutes, I
Simply put,
suppose.
it's the most powerful console we've ever built, and a worthy addition to the PS5.
Okay,
family.
at
Let
a
me wrap
first
this up by
glance,
giving
it's
you a
not.
quick
If you
look
have
at a
PS5,
number
I
of
don't think you
games
need to buy
running
this.
on the new console.
Let's see the design. Basically, stripes on the side. Yeah. Okay. This is. Oh wait, digital edition, and maybe disc might be separately attached. Again, this is the problem. Even if a PS5 Pro is coming, like you won't expect GTA 6, which is gonna come next year, to run at 60 frames per second. If it's not running on 60 frames per second on PS5, because again, CPU limitations
It'll be worth it.
will mess it up. Okay, I look at the raw numbers, but I won't suggest you to buy a PS5 Pro if you already have a PS5. But if you have money to throw around, then be my guest. You should buy the PS5 Pro. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it then. Venom, Harry Potter. Huh. Okay. Are we gonna get any surprise reveal for the game or something at the end? Or I think no, we're getting literally nothing. Oh, by the way, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is one of the best games of this year, flat out. Any price? Okay, $699. Oh, that's expensive. Okay, I'm not sure about it. November 7th, 2024. Okay, thank you all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And again, my final view on this is still the same. Do not buy if you have a PS5. If you have money to throw around, you're more than welcome to buy it. So yeah, please like, share, and subscribe if I haven't said it already. And I'll see you all in the next one. I'm gonna be recording my playthrough of the Persona 3 Reloads episode, I guess. Yeah, I finished the Persona 3 Reload game before I started recording videos of other games. So yeah, I won't be able to show you the main playthrough, but yeah, I'll show you the playthrough of my DLC expansion. So yeah, goodbye.